have to put up with this.
That's the third peer reviewer to turn us down this week.
What we need is a peer reviewer that understands the standards.
Millicent, take this down.
If you'll be our peer reviewer, try to keep your findings fewer. Helpful tips, no gripes.
That's the part I put in.
Don't waste our time. We won't hide your work paper so you can't see. Ignore requests or gripe about your fee. Hurry, PR. Many thanks, sincerely. Jen and Marshall Books.
Splendid! The AI CPA will be so pleased.
Mary Bobbins, peer reviewer, at your service.
My, that was fast.
How can anyone tell what these work papers are all about? Where there's no heading. Who's the client, the purpose, the preparer, or the reviewer?
What should we do, Mary?
In all your documentation, there is one thing which must be done. You do that thing and snap. It all makes sense. On every work paper you make, show client and the date, prepared by whom and who did the review. Just a descriptive heading tells us what is on the page, just what is on the page, what is on the page. Let us know in the heading what you're trying to explain in a most descriptive way.
Oh, thank you, Mary.
Now our headings are lovely.
Now it's off to the park to get more help from a friend of mine. This is my friend Bart. He can help with documentation as well.
That's a lovely drawing, Bart.
A good painting, like good documentation, should allow an experienced auditor like yourself to know what I did.
Then let's take a closer look, shall we? Come on now, don't dawdle. Look around you, auditors. You can clearly see the nature, timing, and extent of the testing.
Look, Marshall, I can see all the evidence obtained. It's super.
It's special.
It's excellent.
It's super special, excellent audit documentation. Even though there's lots of stuff that needs some explanation, if it makes sense to someone who's not on the engagement, it's super special, excellent audit documentation.
Don't do the minimum to get by, don't do the minimum to get by.
Don't do the minimum to get by, don't do the minimum to get by.
Because I did a lot of work and kept it in me head. My peer reviewer was confused and told me I was bad. But then I learned to document so anyone would know the nature, timing, and extent of all I had to show.
Super special, excellent audit documentation.
Someone who is not aware could use some explanation.
If it stands on its own merit without conversation, it's super special, organized audit documentation. Don't do the minimum to get by, don't do the minimum to get by, don't do the minimum to get by, don't do the minimum to get by.
You know you could use electronic work papers, but that's probably too much for now.
Indubitably.
He took the time to think about just what he had to say. Objectives, memos, conclusions he put on every page.
When my reviewer took a look to see if they made sense, he read them through, then gave a smile and started in a dance.
Woo!
Super special, excellent audit documentation. Even though there's lots of stuff that needs some explanation, if it makes sense to someone who's not on the engagement, it's super special, organized audit documentation.
We really do all the work we are supposed to do in an audit, Mary.
Oh yes, it's just some people can't figure out our conclusions.
And that the records agree to the financial statements?
Well, yes, but that's not our fault, is it, Mary?
Whose Use your words, fill in the gaps. Nature, timing, extent of your acts. Use your words, tell what you found. Then your audit evidence will abound. All throughout your work papers, you've listed procedures, but no one can tell what you've done. And although they can't see it, you know that you did it. So let them know your conclusions. Because your files support what you do. Listen, listen, your work is not through. Use your words, it's such a snap. Memos, conclusions, fill in the gaps.
Mary Bobbins told me the two of you are having a bit of a problem with the copy machine.
Thanks for coming so soon, Bart.
Well then, what seems to be the problem?
We were almost done, but my checklist got jammed in the copy machine.
Well, you know, simply signing off on a checklist will not suffice as documentation.
Well, why not?
Yes, it will show the timing.
But what about the nature and the results?
Well, I could add some notes to the checklist.
There you go. How you do it is not what's important. What's important is that you do it.
Checklist, checklist will be a starting point only for someone to see. Checklist will do a part of your work, but the rest is on you. Memos and schedules are part of it too. Now you may think that your checklist will show everything that someone else wants to know, but it's just a program what gives you a start. It's what's in your write-up what makes you look smart. Checklist may say the nature of what you are doing that day, but if you want someone to know what you do, checklist alone will fail you.
I can't believe it. We passed our peer review.
And our documentation was beautiful. We followed the guidance in Audit Section 230 and specific guidance found in the appendices.
And of course, we couldn't have done it without help from Mary Bobbins.
Mary Bobbins, a peer reviewer practically perfect in every way.
With standards and guidance and tools, you can follow all of the rules. You can tell what you've done, maybe even have fun. Evidence that is right wraps your audit up tight. Oh, now we've got it right. Evidence in plain sight. No one thinks we might be cutting corners. Right there for all to see. Accountability. Our work shows that it's right.
Super special, excellent audit documentation. Even though there's lots of stuff that needs some explanation, if it makes sense to someone who's not on the engagement, it's super special, organized audit documentation.